How's it going? So we're gonna go ahead and add Instagram here. And before we kind of do that, or while we do that, today is day 3 of using AI to help grow my fintech SaaS business. This session will be a little bit shorter. Right now it's Sunday, 10:30 a.m. But broadly speaking, what we're gonna do today is use AI to draft some text messages and some email blasts. And we're going to use our software to actually blast those out to our lists. And also going to see the results. It's been like 2 days of our Facebook ads campaign. I don't think it looks good right now. And so, yeah, and admittedly, I think I might just get like way more transparent with basically everything about my business. It is like a little nerve-wracking, right? But I think it's interesting too, right? It might be interesting for you guys to see. So we'll handle that offline. I'll think about whether or not I want to do that offline. But before we dive into the AI stuff, my eye is all fucked up and I look like shit. Sorry about that. I have an autoimmune disorder where, see this like little bottle right here. That bottle costs like $100,000. And basically I have to get like 4 or 5 of these infused into my body. And basically it helps regulate my immune system because they give me drugs to suppress my immune system, and that makes me easily sick, right? So like this little thing has been in my eye. You can even see like the past few videos. Yesterday and 2 days ago, it was way worse, but sorry, I look pretty screwed up right now. But that being said, enough whatever the hell that was. And let's go ahead and get into building some stuff here. So I'm going to share my entire screen. And here we go. Perfect. I'm not sure what I got going on here. Hopefully you guys don't see anything gross. But so yeah, this is what we're going to do here. If you guys ever see anything gross, please like let me know, okay? Or maybe don't. I don't want to know if you see anything gross. So give me a text and email blast to send to my engaged list to get them to convert. I only have 8 spots left this month. Then we shut down this cohort. Cool. So I'm actually going to send a few different text blasts. There's going to be this one to like my wider audience in terms of leads. And then there's going to be, and the same thing, let me use this for like leads and emails. And then after that, I'm going to message people who have already purchased my thing and we have seen like activated, right? So they've launched a trading bot using our software. I'm going to ask them for referrals, right? And the thing is that, you know, or maybe just some feedback, right? I'm not sure if I want to be so, if they give us positive feedback, maybe I'll ask for referrals. But anyway, so yeah, this right here is going, let's read this. It doesn't look, okay, that's the email. Cool, I don't mind this one. I don't mind this one right here. We'll use this one here. And so now, again, I built into TradeLab. This is our software, right? Arcade. I built in here like text blast software, right? So I can't show you that because of the fact that it has people's like private information. So I'm going to take that off screen, but I'll kind of just walk you through what I'm doing. So we have it inside of our admin dashboard. Excuse me. We have that inside of our admin dashboard. So I go into our admin dashboard. I go to where it says the SMS marketing piece of it. Click on that. And by the way, I'm a big fan of Celsius. So Now you know. And so we have everything separated by, qualified, sold here. I guess I will show you this. I can show you this. So I will. There's nothing really to hide here. But this is what it looks like, right? So I could see all of the contacts we have here, and this is connected to our HubSpot CRM. So basically, I'm going to message not yet qualified. I don't want to send this message to people who have already bought, people who are power users, people who have launched a bot with us. I'm just going to send it to churned and not yet qualified. And we'll kind of go from there. Okay. So again, I'm not going to let you, once I press load contacts, it's not going to, you're going to be able to see like their email and stuff like that. So I don't want to give out any private information as best I can. And then if you guys ever see that stuff, just let me know. I know you want the best for everyone, or else you wouldn't be here. So, feel free to let me know if you ever see that. So, cool. Only 8 arcade bots left. I don't like this. Let me see. I'm going to say only 8 spots left to test out arcade this month. Then we close down onboarding. I'm going to say sign up now. To secure your spot. Cool. So I'm going to send that to my, I'm actually going to send that to my leads. I'm not going to send it to my churn. I'm going to send a different message to my churn list. And then kind of go from there. So the message I'm sending my leads list is only 8 spots left to test out arcade this month. Then we close onboarding. Sign up now before. I'm going to get rid of before. Sign up now to secure your spot. And by the way, so like before this message, right? And this is something that has taken me too long to learn, and I still don't know if I'm doing the right thing, right? But basically before this message, there's been no call to actions. It's really only been value, right? Or at least my best attempt at providing value, right? I'll send them YouTube videos of, building bots and, or back testing or whatever, right? I'll send my list out, that sort of stuff. So basically like a live demo of the platform and just showing them how easy it is to basically have Wall Street level technology. And so I'm hoping, right, that like, a percent of them, which you can see in the data, they do, right? A percent of them watches the videos. And then those people, right, like that group of people would be more inclined to, basically buy from my self-checkout link, right? So again, I'm going to send that email right now. And then I'm going to create another email for the churned clients, basically to try and re-engage them, right? Something along the lines, like very similar message, but, basically more like, hey, give us another shot or whatever, right? We'll see what it is. Yeah, if you have any questions about, AI, how to use it, how I use it, any questions whatsoever you think I can be helpful with, feel free to put it in the comments down below. And if you haven't yet, feel free to subscribe as well. That always helps out. Cool. Also, I'm going to put on some music too. I'm going to put it on my my Sonos as this sends. 1 second. So soon here, we should be able to have music. I think my Sonos might be a little dead right now. So we'll give it a tad. And again, the message, the text message is sending. And by the way, we have a dog here. I'm dog sitting currently. So if you hear any dog related noises, we have Kona in the building. Okay. She's just a little Frenchie and just a little baby. Okay. So yeah. And there was an error. So let me see. There was a 502 error. So now I'm messaging on our SMS blast. 502 error. So now I'm messaging our engineer. So waiting to hear back from him. And while I wait, a lot of times it's as simple as just refreshing the page and giving it another shot. So that's what I'm going to do. And he just messaged me right now. You probably hear the Discord sound. Messaged me right now saying that he's going to take a look at it. But again, likewise, I'm just going to refresh and give it another shot here. So of the 2,424 people who I have in my list, only 707 of them are leads with phone numbers. Okay. Which is kind of crazy, you know? Anyway, so I'm going to try and send this again. I'm also on my list. So let me make sure that I'm actually going to wait for him to respond. I don't want to spam people. So I'll wait for him to respond and then maybe just try and figure out this music situation here. So he asked me to send a screenshot. The error code already disappeared, so I can't, there's nothing for me to screenshot and send to him that would be helpful. So if there's no use, somebody just said there was a 502 error. So as he does that, I will work on the music situation, and hopefully I don't get copyright struck. I really don't know how this works. You know, I'm pretty new at streaming and stuff, but he asked me right now, did the messages go through? Wave the smoke out. So just waiting for him to respond. He's trying to figure out the thing. And while that happens, I'll go ahead and just send out the emails. My email marketing tool that I use, it's not necessarily of choice, right? Ideally, we just build that into Arcade. But I use GetResponse right now. It's good. I like the ability to see all the statistics, which I feel like might be a little more difficult if we were to build it inside of Arcade. Like that's a whole nother level of complexity. Like the blast itself is easy, right? But tracking open rates and click rates and stuff like that are, you know, it's a little more difficult and just not something that we want to obviously spend time on right now. Been learning that believing down in my bones. So now I'm not sure if you ever deal with like two-factor authentication, but now I'm dealing with two-factor authentication, logging into GetResponse. And then again, as I mentioned, like I could see the open rates of my emails. And For some reason, my open rates have kind of trended down recently, which, I'm not sure how I feel about that. We went from 77% to 80% to 71% to 64% to 52%. Now, I do send emails like basically every day. So, but let's see if there's anything. I mean, honestly, I might reuse the one with the highest open rate was the one with the CTA, which is odd. You know what I mean? Like the one with the CTA to purchase. So we might just reuse that one. For some reason, the Sonos Roam is always kind of weird to turn on and off. But so anyways, I'm going to work on this email. So the email that I'm going to send is, hey, I thought you'd like to know that we opened up a few spots for our arcade this month. There are only 8 spots left. So if you've been thinking about taking your trading seriously, whether that means learning a real strategy, testing your ideas safely, or automating your trading with AI, this is your chance. Then the link, once these spots are filled, enrollment closes again until next month. So that's what I'm going to send. It's literally very similar to the last email I sent with the 80% open rate. Subject line is launch your own trading bot using AI. And then the preview says a few spots just opened up. Secure your spot before we fill up again. I'm probably going to change that to only 8 spots left this month. Secure your spot before we fill up again. And my email list, so it sucks, dude. Like I had, thousands of people on my email list. The thing is that, I don't know if you ever ran through this, but, you basically, I'm the kind of person that I spam people basically, right? Like I'm a guy who, there's a reason why I end up in like the spam box, right? Frankly, it's almost hurts me to say, but like I push, right? Like I push, but sometimes that leads me to lack tact. And so anyways, basically I sent out a bunch of emails. They were all spammy. I didn't really ever read the rules. Or like guidelines or guidance, right, to help me with the email marketing. And so, instead of messaging thousands of people, right, I had to prune my list tremendously. And now I message 119 people, right? These people are pretty active, right? Like even my lowest open rate right now is still like around 60%. So any from 80 to 60% open rate and like a 3% click rate is what I've been experiencing since I pruned my list. And hopefully that, my sender credibility increases. But yeah, right now I'm messaging people who are pretty engaged, which is a good thing. So I'm going to go ahead and send this message. I just click send. And so we'll see what that's like. And likewise, you can kind of hear in the background my engineers messaging. And okay, I haven't shared my screen in a bit, so I'll just kind of share this here. So as you can see right here, and then in some of the data that I showed you, so like this is right here, like what we were talking about. This is the low open rate right here that I was talking about, 52.99%. And you can see this is the trend that I was talking about. This is my larger list. And yeah, my open rate hovers anywhere from 60, 80. This is my pruned list. So my click rates 2, 3. So we have that. This one's maxed 5.4% is when I dropped 4 demos on our site. So pretty cool stuff. Again, we'll wait. Let's refresh, see if there's any preliminary data. Yeah, it hasn't delivered yet. So we'll wait for that to deliver. In the meantime, my engineer just responded. Yeah, so I guess it's a guidelines thing. Give me 1 second. So now I'm resending it. And we'll see how it goes. And my Sonos finally is back online. I'm going to be quiet and see if you could hear the Sonos. 1 second. I'm not seeing any green light up, so I think we should be good. And let me text my engineer back. Cool. So already there's a close to a 2%. Oh no, yeah. So 2% of the people opened it, which is like 2 people, right? So let me see. Okay, so now just waiting for that SMS blast to deliver, and we're going to see if it actually works or not. So give it a little time. And unfortunately, I can't, again, we want to blast activated, sold. We want to basically 3 text blasts, and I can't send them concurrently. I have to wait. It has to be sequentially. So we'll kind of wait and see how this goes and see if it works and see if we can get around this error code, the 502. Let me actually, while we're here, so it looks like it's an error on my side, which is weird. Yeah, another 502 error. So now I'm messaging my engineer again. So weird. So I might need to clear my cookies, is what the internet is saying. And clear my cache, excuse me. Let's go. So 502 error, Twilio. Yeah, for some reason it's on my side. So let me check and see. We'll wait for the engineer to respond here. He said he's going to try one other thing. And while this is happening, I'll go ahead and check the Meta ads account. Now, off the bat, I don't think, I'm gonna check HubSpot. I don't think any leads came in from, and it's been 2 days, from the Facebook ads campaign. I'm gonna check and see. And basically, again, the way that this is going to work with the whole AI helping me, I'm just going to ask the AI to, hey, like, we're facing a leads problem. How do I get more leads? I'll show them my entire. So he's redeploying the environment. My engineer is redeploying the environment. So I'm just going to exit out of this now before I copy it and paste it over here. Boom. So I'll save that. Exit out of this. Get that a chance to work. So if I look at my HubSpot, we have one lead from paid social, which is the Facebook ad campaign. And like we have the same amount from AI referrals, for example, right? Which is small, right? You know, it's we have more from YouTube, right? Which is small, you know. Again, I'm not spending a whole ton, right? But still, it's like, you know, and again, there's, oh, look, Facebook is encountering an error. Huh. Weird. Okay, so let me just try and log in again. So I'll share my screen again, logging into Facebook here. So basically, again, this is two-factor authentication. So save, trust this device, and hopefully we should be good to go now. Boom. So again, I want to go to Ads Manager, and I'm going to ask the AI, like, you know, I have such limited knowledge around this stuff, besides, you know, core like metrics, you know, related things. So it looks like we spent $46. Yeah. So one lead is $46, which is interesting. So let me just ask AI, what do you need? And you can see the AI panel too, right? Yeah, you can see the ChatGPT panel. What do you need to see from the Meta Ads Manager to assess performance? Now, again, this has only been live for like 2 days, right? We're not spending much money, so we really don't know if this, you know, like it basically, the more you test and the more you spend, right, the faster you actually have like statistically significant results. I wouldn't say spending $46 will give us anywhere remotely close to statistically significant results, right? Let's just say, so we're going to say $46 cost per lead. that may increase dramatically or it may decrease dramatically, right? We don't know. It's because we're spending such a small amount of time. So historically speaking, I mean, we're pretty much right about the same, dude. This is Google Ads, $36 cost per lead. You know, it's, I mean, again, obviously it depends on cost per acquisition, right? But assuming the funnel will convert the same, it's not necessarily looking great, right? But again, we'll see. So campaign ad set overview. So let's go. Let's go over here. I believe. I've zoomed out super far so that I can ensure that we can capture pretty much everything in one picture. I'm going to also be sure to say it's been, I think it's been 2 days, dude. I guess less than 2 days, like 1.5 days. Click into the new. So again, by the way, whenever I'm quiet and I'm just highlighting stuff, I'm just reading. This is a mentor of mine. His name is Emmanuel. I won't say his last name, but he worked at Goldman Sachs. You know, really well accomplished guy. This is how he read, and I actually like never was good at reading before. Like I read my first book when I was like 18, dude. You know what I mean? And now I have books behind me, right? And I have a bookshelf over here. Okay, and but yeah, Emmanuel always used to read, basically used to highlight, right? And like that's how he read, and I think that's where I get it from. And so I'm sorry if I'm being quiet, but basically, so what we have to do here is click into the new sales campaign and go to ad sets. And again, I don't even know where this is, right? We'll zoom back into 100 so I could see. So click into the ad set level. That looks like ad set, right? And then click in the new sales campaign. Again, I can't see, so what we're going to do is Command F, right? Always helps. So, like, look, there's nothing new, right? If you could see my screen, it says I typed in new sales. Like, I can type in sales, but nothing will come up, right? So, again, it's not something that is available to us. So, what we're going to do is, again, go back over here. Well, I guess it might be this. Like they're literally, it's literally asking us to go into this right here. Where is new sales campaign button? Yeah. So it probably is this that it wants us to click on. We'll just ask. And so while we've been interfacing with this AI, my engineer says that the text blast component is ready to rock. So again, I need to stop sharing my screen because you might see some stuff here that I don't necessarily want you to see. So, you can't see, right? It's all private information like email, phone number, all that stuff. So I can't let you see that, but just know, friends, Romans, countrymen, that I am sending out a nice big text blast right now to that same text, that same audience. I'm going to do a refresh here and give it another shot. So just refreshed, amazing stuff. Now, again, we're going to message not yet qualified, and hopefully it works. Cool. So I'm sending this campaign. And if you're watching this as someone who's subscribed to my list, you should be getting a text message right now. So about 707 people will be receiving this text blast. And while we're waiting for that to send out, I'm actually going to wait and see if we get the error code again. I won't rush this. If it's an error, then we have to let my engineer know, and I want to be here to capture a screenshot for him to help him out. So we'll give it a second while we wait. Cheers. Yeah, I have to get another infusion, right? One of these things. I'm actually overdue. I told you a little earlier in the stream that that's why my eye is all fucked up. My health is really bad right now. Apparently, my blood disease is bad. So and my insurance denied me. This is the first time my insurance ever denied me, right? But I mean, yeah, it's not cheap to have this done. And the place where I was going to is right by my house, and it's awesome. And but yeah, for some reason they said it's not medically necessary, right? And to be fair, I mean, I'm not going to say anything in case for some reason they find this video and dig into the vault and are able to use this against me in any way. But point being is there are cheaper options, right, to get a similar level of service. And we tried to fight it, but it's hard to fight that. And so I'm trying out a new place. We have to wait, and they're faxing all the paperwork over it. Fucking sucks, if I'm being honest with you. So yeah, we're waiting for that, but that's why my eye is all screwed up. Kind of sucks, but it's whatever. And again, we're waiting for this SMS blast to send. Apparently, it is sending right now as we speak, but we will see if it goes through the way we expect. So again, this is still just sending out here. Wait and see kind of what it says. Another thing about me is I really love to sing, okay? I'll literally sing all the time, at night. I think more so than I like to watch TV. Might be my favorite thing is just to sing, do karaoke, right? I have a pretty sick sound system, Sonos, kind of all throughout my house, and I have a little microphone, and I'll just fucking scream. It's my favorite thing. It's very cathartic, I think is the word, right? And then you get emotional or whatever, right? And you, whether that be angry or sad, it kind of just helps me emote in a way. This feels good to scream, or to sing, and it's pretty sweet. But one of my favorite singing songs is on right now, and I kind of want to sing, but I'm gonna show some restraint, okay, for the sake of your ears. But I will change the song because the temptation is just too large, if I'm being quite honest with you. Put on some Led Zeppelin here. And again, it's so quiet, I don't think you could hear. Oh, cool. So yeah, the messages just sent. So the messages just sent successfully. 705 messages were sent. I did get a couple opt-outs. So, it's something that we're going to need to adjust for. So I'm going to go update my HubSpot. And frankly, I did excuse me. So we're going to go archive. I hate to archive this guy. Seems like a decent lead, but we're going to archive this guy. I do have a lot of this, like that I'm manually updating on my HubSpot. I really don't have to. We could automate all that stuff, but it is what it is at this point, right? Like you have to do stuff that doesn't scale. So we're going to do it that way. Okay, cool. So we had 2 people unsubscribe, but it was actually only just 1 person with 2 numbers, which is great. So awesome. 705 just sent. Now we're going to send out the remaining portion of a similar message. Again, I told you there's going to be 3 people or like 3 blasts. Actually, again, what I'm going to do, I was going to type out, a custom message for the churn list. I'm gonna have AI take a stab. So I'm gonna say, again, I wish I could show you this. So I guess I'm gonna show you. I will show you this. So over here, again, I'm gonna minimize that screen so you can kind of see this here. So only 8 spots left. So I'm going to say, like, this is the text blast that we sent out to the leads list. Now I want the AI to adapt it for the churn list. Excuse me, brain fart. So adapt this message to for the churned. Cool. So we'll wait for that to hit. And then likewise, please don't see this, is completed. I don't really like these messages they gave us, or these options. So give me alternates. Assume I have a relationship I just farted right now. That was much louder than I expected. Thank God no one is watching, okay? If you do watch this, please comment below and let me know if you heard that, okay? I could have just been quiet about it, but I didn't. I admitted it. If you heard it, feel free to drop it below. So give me alternatives. Assume I have a relationship with these clients and they are my friends. So they're not actually my friends, right? These people are not actually my friends. They're people who, have encountered me through the internet or ads or whatever, but I want them to feel like we are friends because we are friends, right? So I kind of like how casual this one is. I kind of like how casual this one is. I probably will change yo to hey, but yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. So I need to stop sharing my screen real quick for you guys, and then send out this this blast to my churned list. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the super casual one. I'm changing yo to hey, and kind of going from there. Instead of saying you win, I'm going to say give us another shot, exclamation point, question mark. See how that goes. Cool. And then for the people who were sold, I'm going to send another. So we just, that one executed really quick. That was 27 messages. And it's completed. And now we're going to message people who are actively so some of these people, Ravi, this guy actually should be churned. Should actually be churned here. I believe he should be churned. I believe he should be churned. So I'm gonna manually churn him. I think these guys are good. There's also some overseas people that I don't want to message here. So for this, the collecting feedback, I'm going to go and actually send them to our Discord. So I'm sending them this message. So I'm going to say, hey, how are you liking Arcade AI so far? Feel free to join our Discord and let us know. Cool. So again, I'm saying, hey, how are you liking Arcade AI so far? Feel free to join our Discord and let us know, good, bad, or ugly. And I send them the link to the Discord and then the opt-out info as well. Cool. So sending that message now. And this should be done fairly quickly. Cool. Perfect. So all of our SMS and email blasts are taken care of. So now we're going to go back. And the last thing we're going to do today again is work on the ads component. So let's go back over here. Let's shut down all this stuff. Let's shut down all this stuff here. Cool. Awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and share this screen again. We have the ads manager. So let's go back over here and yeah, so again, we were right, clicked the actual ad. So again, now we're going to go back to this meta item here to just kind of see how we can improve this. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. Be right back and pause this stuff here. Cool. So we are back for better or for worse. Another Celsius. And I have a problem over here, dude. I'm a big Celsius guy, big caffeine guy. Okay. Anyways, so let's go back over here. And funny enough, while I was in the restroom, I checked the ads manager. We got a message. And basically, here, let's see if it pops up right here. No, and it's probably going to be in the other one over here, inbox. This is what I received while right here. Link is bad on your site. So I just messaged, so while I was in the restroom, I messaged my engineer. So he says there's nothing wrong with it, which is odd. And again, it does work for me too. So oddly enough, so the one thing I can tell him, right, is this is like 13 minutes ago. It may have been when we restarted the service for the SMS campaign. This is what customer support looks like, I guess, right? So yeah, cool. That should do it. I may end up messaging this guy privately. I don't even know if you could do that. Well, I don't like his job post. Exorcist, demonologist, and master of the dark arts. I'm not even sure if I should be putting this guy on blast. I'm sorry, Brandon. If you see this and you want me to take it down, just let me know. Anyways, so let's go back over here. So it's good that let me message my engineer back. So let's go back over here and check out what we need to do for so what does this thing need to say? So So it wants us to add some additional columns. We'll do that. So it wants us to have performance and metrics. So I think it wants this here. There's no performance in metrics, there's performance in clicks. So let's go and see what our cost per click was before, just to compare some of this stuff. I guess we didn't measure cost per click before. I don't think we measured cost per click before. Just cost per lead. So back over here, impressions and reach. So again, here's what I'm thinking. And I had he's amazing, like marketing mentor who has scaled a lot of different things. But really what I want, and I told him this a few times and we just weren't able to do it, is basically like, it's a funnel, right? And I don't think we were paying attention to the funnel as much as we should have. But really what it comes down to is like, hey, are we getting enough impressions? Like, are we getting is this enough impressions? If not, how do we get more impressions? Okay, spend more, right? And if we have enough impressions, right, then after that, do we have enough clicks, right? Like, are we actually getting the clicks that we want, right? It's 47. So out of 1,000, whatever else, right, are we getting the clicks? If no, right, if this CTR is too low, right, then what we need to do is have a juicier advertisement, something that's going to make people want to click. Plain and simple, right? And we just didn't dissect each step the way that I wanted. So if you have a juicy ad, right, that people are clicking, right, and apparently our benchmark is 1. So I'm not sure. We're going to send a screenshot of this and see what we want to do here. But point being is, and then after that, right, like so 1 out of 28 people, right? 1 out of 28 people converts as a lead. So again, it looks like from a CTR perspective, so it's 3.46. See the ad, click it. Then 1 out of 28, about another 3.5%. All right, 3.5. So it's 3.5 are actually becoming leads. Does that make sense? So if we are not happy with this click-through rate, then we need to make a juicier ad. If we're not happy with the on-page conversion, then we need to find another way to collect leads that converts these 47 clicks into leads more efficiently, right? Now, and then after, and again, from my perspective, a 3.57% on-screen conversion is far too low, right? Historically, right, I've had sites that, go into, and it's not good, right? But just like historically speaking, 16% on-screen conversion from a click to a lead is basically baseline for me, right? But like some people have much better on-screen conversions than that, right? So what I want to do here is basically, again, scroll out or zoom out and screenshot this page so we can kind of tell the AI what the hell is going on here. And that is as far as we can zoom out. I hope and pray this is not too small for the AI's eyeballs, right? So we're going to go over here, just drag it. So we just want to give it visibility into the results and see if that's, is exactly what it needed. Amazing. So zoom back in. So yeah, see what I'm trying to say here. So we're literally breaking it down. So landing page views. Okay, I guess that's what it's getting. And it's interesting. So yeah. It looks like landing, for some reason it says 22, but it actually is 28. So I'm wondering where it is seeing 22. Do Command F, it's not 22. Yeah. So this is what I'm trying to tell you guys, right? This is something that we didn't necessarily care about with my marketing mentor, right? Like, I think marketing is pretty simple, but we didn't really ever dig into this, man, and it kind of bums me out. And but basically what we have to do now, right? Because so like we're looking at the funnel, right? Click-through rate is actually supposed to be larger than that, dude. Like, it's making some mistakes here. This AI is making some mistakes. Didn't we just see that the click-through rate was, oh no, I think the click-through rate did just update. That's why. Got it. Wow. Okay. And again, it's a little off, but that's because the screenshot we sent, like, this is updating in real time, is basically what I'm trying to say, right? So anyways, the click-through rate is solid, right? That's what it's basically telling us. The CPC is good, right? But our landing page is not great, right? So we need to improve our landing page. And like literally just go step by step through the funnel, and wherever there is a dip in performance, right, compared to a baseline, whatever a baseline is, right? And the AI has likely aggregated all kinds of data, right? So I trust it, right? I trust the data that it's aggregated across probably like, millions of businesses and conversion rates. So we trust it. So let's go. And so we need a new headline or above the fold, add urgency. So test trust builders, consider turning down the page if there's too much copy or friction. Great. So what I'm going to do is, so let's go to the landing page, right? We're directing them here, right? And I have this app. Let's see what it's called here. Just so you guys know, it's called Go Full Page is what it's called, right? And literally it gives me this entire thing. And I'm just gonna, like, it gives me a PDF of the entire thing. And I'm just gonna like give it to the AI and tell it to give me some feedback, right? Oh, file could not be uploaded. Maybe we'll send it instead of a PDF, we'll send a PNG or something like that. We'll see. PDF shouldn't be too big of a file, but I mean, we'll see. Yeah, so it looks like the PDF is not sending. So we'll download it as a PNG, see if that works a little better. Yeah, seems to have worked. So literally, like, I kind of really enjoy how the AI is working through it, because we're going literally step by step by step. Like, okay, like impressions are fine, right? Like, if you want more impressions, go and spend more money, basically, right? I'm reading this thing, right? So impressions are fine. If they're not, go spend more money. We should not spend more money, because like if you go through it and everything's good, go spend more money, right? Like it's a nice cycle, right? So if you're not getting enough conversions, then spend more money only if everything else down here is great already, right? Everything down here is not great, right? So like our click-through rate is great, or not great, but apparently solid, whatever that means. And then from there, so people are clicking, they're seeing this page, and then they're not becoming leads. What the hell? And it's fine though, right? So that right here, right, just means that this page is not getting people to become leads. So we need to figure out what to do. And so above the fold, biggest lever, what's working? Strong headline, CTA button is present, social proof via reviews, stars. So add urgency right away. So let's close out of this so we can read through this together. So it wants us to say claim your spot or launch your bot now, which is interesting. And so right here, we also wants us to add 8 spots left for this month's cohort. So we'll do that. Now, these are things that we're probably going to wait until the completion of this week, right? We'll wait a whole week because it's only been 2 days for this Facebook ad, right? And then we will update this page with the test that it's recommending. I like it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to implement all these things. And then what I'll do is create a Google Doc. Again, I'm going to do this entire process at the end of the testing period and see if it's something that I actually want to, like, we'll basically give it up all the updated data and see if it says anything else, right? So we want to do this, go all the way down. I want to do this. So, and we'll name this document. So, landing page tests. Cool. So that's that. And that's basically it for this video. We sent out text blasts, email blasts. I love this stuff. So we sent out text blasts, email blasts, and we squashed a bug, right? We were encountering an error on that text blast. We sent out to multiple different lists. And we looked at the Facebook ads and saw, some room for improvement on the landing page. And so we're super excited to kind of continue to monitor that. And but again, that's it for this stream on how AI is going to help grow our business. This is day 3. Super excited we got to chat. And let me know if you have any questions. Subscribe, follow along. Always enjoy talking with you. Bye-bye.